Good morning, YouTube. It is 7 a.m. Straight up 7 a.m. Saturday, August 6th, 2022. It's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. I just left this Butterfinger at the counter at that Circle K. I had one of the hottest women I think I've ever seen in my life that was in line behind me. And I can't believe it. And she actually ran out after me to give me my candy bar. And ran out after me to give me my candy bar. Nearly twisted her ankle on the steps there. So, wow. Like, extremely beautiful woman running after me. Oh, you left this. I was like, wow, thank you. Anyway, so yeah, I got my sip and save that last video. If you made it through the last video, congratulations. Because, wow, that's been a long time since I've spent that long talking to myself doing this. But as you heard, I had a lot to get out. And if you skip that one, then you probably made the right decision how to spend your time. I kind of want to see that girl come out again because she's so gorgeous. And she's wearing like yoga pants and this half shirt and oh my Lord. And she's probably less than half my age, especially considering I'm now 52 today. Anyway, I was thinking I should finish that story because I only pretty much got to Priscilla going into, I got to the point of Priscilla going into, well, me waking up and kind of giving her a little striptease of shorts and her copping a Fia. But then, yeah, I gotta go, I gotta go. And I am surprised that she was surprised that I needed to go. If she saw I left all my stuff there, like, is she really that clueless as to what my schedule is? That I always go there on, Friday to work on music and, oh, I'm getting a call on this phone from Scam Likely. Yeah, I don't feel like talking to Miss Likely today. I'm just going to let that one ring, and hopefully it doesn't screw up my call. And I'm glad I got this on vibrate. I'm kind of surprised, though. I expected it to start ringing and not realize I had this phone muted. I probably did that, just bumping the screen. I do a lot of stupid things bumping the screen. Wow, I'm down to 1% on the iPhone. Pretty much killed my battery with that last video, which I mentioned I was thinking about doing a different kind of video. Yeah, that's not happening. Not anytime soon because I don't have enough battery on the phone to do it. Anyway, I kind of wanted to talk with Priscilla before I headed out yesterday, but I kind of got myself ready, and then I kind of peeked in, and she was still on the phone. And when she's on a call, I never know how long it's going to be. I've seen some of her calls that just seem to go on forever, and sometimes I give her shit, hey, you should get a real job. You're just sitting on ass, but I do, it's like, you just don't accept that what I do is difficult work, and it is, and I couldn't do it. I would hate it. There are times there are times I don't even want to talk to my karaoke singers, it's like, you're kind of rude to that person. I'm like, just don't, I don't like talking to people a lot of times. Just got the art. As long as you got your slip with the artist and title and your name written down, all I have to say is thank you. If I have to say more than that, I don't want to have to say more than that. So often, I get the feeling I missed the hottie coming out of Circle K. Anyway, so the and would I rather have someone that looks like that than Priscilla? Oh, in my mind, yes, but I'm just assuming that's out of my league. Now, I've dated some absolutely beautiful women in the past, but I was also much younger and at least giving the appearance of a much higher financial status. So things change. I'm trying to find the text messages after I left with Priscilla, because I kind of want to continue that story. And hopefully do it before this battery dies, because I'm at 1%. And I think I mentioned yesterday, I lost all my text. I don't know, probably because of this. At first I thought Priscilla might have done it just to try to just remove that record of things that she's told me. But I'm pretty sure my iPhone was locked, and I've noticed I'm having some weird issues with the screen on my iPhone 7 Plus, and I'm thinking I just might have, just done the wrong combinations of bumps to the screen, or it malfunctioning. But I've lost every text message between me and her and me and April. And I don't mean just recent stuff. Like, I never delete text messages, especially on an iPhone, because it all, backs up on the iCloud. And I mean, I had that shit basically because every iPhone has been a restoration from a previous iPhone. So I had messages going back to the very first time I got an iPhone, which was, I want to say, like 4 years ago. So yeah, it's a lot of messages lost and a lot of things I won't be able to remember. And I don't know why this thing keeps locking. It's driving me nuts. By the time I manage to find what I'm looking for, it's going to be... These are yesterday's messages. Yesterday's messages. 1 bedrooms are going for $1,300 plus. Yeah, welcome to the real world, girl. Maybe you're going to have to find a roommate that wants to live with you. Now, you want a platonic roommate? I ain't it, kid. All right. Yeah, these are all our arguments from yesterday. I already kind of summed those up. I don't feel like saying it anymore. I don't need to read this. So, here's where it starts. About 2:11, I probably left about 2 o'clock. About 2:11, I got a text message that says, "Are you leaving? Where you go?" And I wrote, "Work." I assumed you needed to work until 6 p.m.-ish. Were you planning on letting me use your ride or driving me? Because she hadn't expressed that, and I kind of assumed not. And she wrote, "I need to get it checked before I do driving outside of around here. I kept smelling something burning on the way to and from the bar." Yeah, I kind of smelled that too. So I wrote, "Okay, so what is your plan for tonight and tomorrow?" And she wrote, "Party all night and sleep all day." And I guess that was a joke, funny, haha. But I mean, I was at this point, my sense of humor with her is spread kind of thin, and it really is. And I was not happy with like the way last night had gone down. I was glad she showed up at the show, but I'm just like, yeah, did she show up because she wanted to be with me, or did she show up because I had locked her out and it was her only way to get back in the apartment and she had nowhere else to go? Things that make you go, I don't know, but it kind of felt like the latter. So yeah, like when I say, "So what is your plan for tonight and tomorrow?" I want to know what the fuck your plan is for tonight and tomorrow. Because like right now you're in my home and you're in my daughter's room working when you said you needed to get your stuff out of there. And like you're basically doing everything I told you I didn't want you doing. So, and I had to go. So I've left you there. So what the fuck are you doing? And it's party all night and sleep all day. And I just went ... And then a little bit later I wrote, "Just seriously need to know." She goes, "Do you need / want me to leave?" I said, "No, I want you to answer my clearly stated question without me having to ask it again." And then I waited about 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes and typed, "What is your plan for tonight and tomorrow?" This is all the while I'm riding, the bus as I'm riding the bus and the other bus and the other bus to get to Bullocks. And when I said, "What was your plan for tonight and tomorrow?" that was at 2:40 p.m. By 4 p.m., so at 3:55 p.m., so damn near an hour, I wrote, "Is that really too much to ask?" Because like if you can't answer that question, you probably need to get the fuck out. And she wrote, "No, I was just attempting to be funny and phone discharge." I was like, "Oh, okay." So to answer the question, run a few errands and pack stuff. So what's up? I said, "I don't know yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out." And Rob isn't answering his phone, so I assume it's another fucking no-car weekend for me. Anyway, it gets a little more personal here, but basically it just... and that was part of the conversation. By that time that was going on, like, I by that point in the conversation... Oh, motherfucker, ouch! God damn it. Some ants and these rocks below me, and I just got bit on the toes. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Bastards. bite the homeless junkies. Don't be biting me. Anyway, so, yeah, she, so at that point, I'm just kind of enjoying my day. I mean, I am legitimately working. I'm packing my equipment up, which, you know, takes a while, needs to be done. And, oh, what the fuck, God, these fucking ants just bit me on the back of the leg. Ouch. God, I hope there's not more of them crawling on me. That stung. All right, the dispensary is open for the day, and I got misters going on. That's fun times. There's a VIP taxi. I sure do miss driving for them. Oh, look at that car. That is gorgeous. Nice! I'm not entirely sure what that is. I think it's a 57 Bel Air convertible. Oh, that is gorgeous. Now that's a car. Hell yeah. All right. Zoning adjustment for selling weed. Wow, it looks like TrueMed Dispensary is adding another building. This didn't used to be a TrueMed building, I don't think. Dang it. Still got a damn ant biting the back of my leg. Ouch. I picked the wrong place to stop. It was stand over by Circle K. Damn, now it's biting my right toes. Shit. This is not cool. At moments like this, I wish I was sitting in the comfort of my car. Although, to be fair, I don't think I would have ever got this story out vlogging in my car. Damn if I can afford to drive for hours plus just for the sake of driving and talking. Those days are over. You know, and I do think I have some vlogs like that. I remember one time I just drove all the way down the length of McDowell Road just to get thoughts out of my head and to show how long McDowell Road is. Yeah, gas is, even with the prices going down nearly $1 a gallon, still too damn expensive for that. So anyway, back to the story. So yeah, at that point, like, I mean, kind of had a bit of a discussion about, you know, kind of what I wanted for my birthday and was getting for my birthday. It's like, yeah, you know, it's another new car weekend for me, and yeah, not getting sex, not getting, not having a car. And she's like, well, and I was like, yeah, I just wish somebody was throwing a big party for me, and I said, yeah, nobody's going to be throwing a big party for me and giving me a bass guitar. And she's like, well, do you want a bass guitar? I'm like, no. So what do you want? I said, pussy and cars. Pussy and cars. And then I kind of elaborated a little more. It's like, you know what I really would like is to drive a nice, comfortable car with air conditioning. Just drive around. So I'd kind of like to have a threesome, and somebody else, and I mentioned that the car would need to have a good sound system, because that's important to me. So drive a nice, comfortable car with cold air and a good sound system, and have a hot threesome at somebody else's place in a clean bedroom where there's also a good sound system. And I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, what would I like? That's what I would like. Probably not happening for my birthday, but let's be completely honest. What would I like? That's what I would like. Like, yeah, if you could get me, like, you know, hey, pick whichever friend is down for that. I'm down for that. No, she's not down for that. And it's anyway. Yeah. So yeah, she said she was, anyway, she's errands and packing. She didn't really say what the errands were, and I looked over the place before I left this morning, and it doesn't look like she really did any packing, so I'm a little frustrated about that. But it does look like there was a little bit done. I do see a few things kind of moved around, but yeah, it didn't seem like she made a lot of progress on that. As for the as for the, what do you call it? The, debating which way I want to go. If I want to go down Palm or keep going up 40th Street. I don't want to go 40th Street. No, I want to go up Palm. I'm doing a lot of talking, and there's a lot less traffic noise on Palm Lane than there is on 40th Street. Anyway, so yeah, so I've got this conversation going with her. Meanwhile, I'm kind of having my day over at Bullock's. My day at Bullock's was great. They put it right on the big board. Happy birthday, Dan. So I had so many people buying me drinks. By the time I left Bullock's, I was feeling pretty darn happy. Hanging out with Susie, which I think I've mentioned her. She's an older woman that's just super, super cool. And she works at I'm in the street, man. I don't have to put the camera down in the street. This is the same as somebody driving with a dash cam. Yeah, it's a First Amendment right to document in a public space. Anytime you're in a public street, you're subject to being recorded. There's cameras everywhere. There's a camera right up there. Do you not see the camera on that building right there? If you don't like it, you need to move to a country that has different laws, or get on private property. When you're in a public space, you can get filmed. No, you're not really my type. I like people who clean themselves better. What a psychopath. Well, I mean, you're the one that's making a public testicle of yourself. And I mean, if you're going to make a threat to me, hell yeah, I want it documented. Fucking assholes. Assholes everywhere. Oh. Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona, asshole capital of the world. Well, at least that asshole doesn't appear to be chasing me. He does appear to be another homeless person, though. Usually the homeless people aren't on Palm. They usually stick around. They usually stick to McDowell. So, anyway, God, I was trying to tell a story, and I got some psychopath being a psychopath. Now I'm walking the hell out my way. Careful, I might pop back. God damn. Anyway, where the hell was I? It's crazy how many people just don't seem to understand that if you're in a public space, you can be recorded. You don't have the option of saying, hey, don't film me. You want to not be filmed? You need to be on some private property. If you're on a street, you're on a street. Most cars have dash cams these days. Hello. I'm just a person walking with a dash cam, basically. God, I lost my train of thought on my story again. Oh, yeah, so Susie, older woman, really cool. I will say this, if Susie was 20 years younger, yeah, I'll leave that where that landed. Yeah, if Susie was 20 years younger, I do believe that there would be a completely different chemistry between her and I, because I really do enjoy hanging out with her and talking with her. Anyway, she works at a hospital. Same hospital Lily was born in, interestingly enough, although it has changed names since then. And a lot of times, like, she's a happy hour drinker. It's not like her to be out at night drinking. And I think she goes into work at like 6 in the morning or 5 in the morning or some ungodly early hour. Like, she's mentioned to me like what time she goes to work. I'm like, yeah, I'm not even off work by then, right? Like, I'm still working from the night before when you're going to work. She's like, yeah, you're on a different schedule than me. I'm like, yeah, that's one way to put it. But anyhow, yeah. So she anyway. So she's always bringing these friends of hers from work to Bullock's, and she works with a lot of very attractive women, I will say that, and a lot of somewhat attractive women, and let's face it, I'm generally happy with a mildly attractive woman as long as she treats me good and makes me happy, and is down to ride, as I put it earlier. Anyway, still had the conversation going on with Priscilla at that time, and then several other regulars in the bar. I mean, I can't even count how many people I was talking with at the bar, and people buying me shots at the bar. I did work on music, though. I did actually make some progress working on music. Not much. And speaking of which, working on music, I just realized I've been so, like, I haven't been getting a lot of new ads done because on my Fridays I've just been more focused on hanging out and kind of having a social life over at Bullock's as opposed to just really isolating myself on my headphones and trying to get as much music done as possible. But man, looking at my new ad list, which only has, I don't know, like 23 songs or something on it, if that, especially when you reduce cross listings, we're probably looking at like 20, maybe even less. Debating as to whether I want to go to Wander Inn because I'm right here. Not really. Anyway, Anyway, so I was looking at the list and thinking, God, I just, for what little bit of music I've done, it's a pretty self-indulgent list. I mean, it's not all stuff that was for me, but like right now on my new ad list, I have Tool, I have Ween, and yesterday I worked on an Electric Light Orchestra. I have Sugar. Yeah, the bands that are on that list right now, like, it's just 75% of that, 80% of that list just is just songs Dan really wants to sing at his show, as opposed to me keeping current or adding stuff other people have been asking for. I mean, to be completely fair, I'm not the only person that's been asking for Move Bitch by Ludacris. But yeah, I certainly haven't had anybody asking me to get more ELO, but yay, I got more ELO. Now, one of the songs that I did add was In Those Jeans by Genuine. And that was not something I was looking for or even thought about whatsoever. I had one of my regular singers right at the end of the show Thursday night ask for that, and I had a hell of a time finding it, but I did eventually find it on SBI Karaoke. SBI used to be my first source for new karaoke tracks, and their whole site collapsed, I want to say maybe 2 years ago. Completely unavailable. And apparently they didn't have a backup made of it. Like, they clearly had a backup of all their karaoke library, but as far as the actual website that you went and purchased and browsed and purchased the songs from, they didn't have a backup of that. And for the longest time, the website just consisted of a page explaining that, and then like an email address where, hey, if you know what you want, send us an email and we'll do our best to process your order. So you couldn't point and click and download like the site normally is, but I mean, you potentially could buy some karaoke from them. So that's so at that point, I just every now so often I would go onto their site, and I would go onto their site and see if it was back. Well, when it finally came back, they completely redesigned it, and it seems like it's been about 1.5 years since the new design of their site, and I do not like it at all. I just thought, what the hell is all this? That looks like a really fancy bicycle child seat that's broken. Anyway, yeah, I don't like the new design of their site at all. And in spite of their karaoke being less than half the price of karaoke version, at this point I primarily buy tracks when I buy tracks. And keep in mind, I'm not always buying tracks because I can get a lot of stuff for free that's legitimate off YouTube. But when I buy tracks, I'm buying mostly from karaoke version. In spite of it being about twice the price of SBI. Oh my God, somebody burned this place down. Holy shit. It looks like they're trying to rebuild it, but damn. Wonder when the hell that happened. Yikes, I didn't even notice that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I wonder how many times I walked by that and didn't see it. Somebody torched it. So somebody torched that.
How long ago?
I don't know. I hadn't. No, it's obviously been a while. You can look inside and you can see that they're starting to rebuild it. I just wonder how many times I've drove by it and not noticed.
That's what I was about to say, right?
Because it's obviously been a little while, but...
And it's for sale, too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This probably was past, this happened this past week.
Yeah. Because it seems like I walked by this building and it was just fine, like, within 2 weeks ago. That is pretty crazy.
And it's for sale, too. I wonder who buys it.
It's kind of sounds like insurance fraud. Have a good one, bro. Yeah, now I'm really wondering when the heck that happened with that building. It seems like I don't walk by that one a lot, but I mean, it's not like I don't ever walk down the stretch of McDowell. That's pretty freaking wild. Anyway, where was I? Oh, the new edition list. So yeah, at the end of the night, one of my regular singers, he asked for And Them Jeans by Genuine. I found it on SBI Karaoke. That's the last place I go. And it's not that it's not a good site, and it's not that it's not a good deal. I just find the site very awkward and inconvenient to browse in its new, the way it is now. I really, really don't like it. And which is a shame. Like, if it was laid out like it was before, I used to buy a lot of tracks from them. But now I just pretty much stick on karaoke version, because karaoke version has it just has a really nice interface, and I get updates on, I can go there and see new releases and what day, like browse chronologically and see every day's new releases, and I can request stuff, and I get email notices whenever something that I wanted gets produced. It's all these great features that karaoke version has that SBI just simply doesn't have, and like, it's possible to browse the new release list, but it's just so awkward that it's just awkward and tedious to the point I just don't want to mess with it. But anyway, I found Genuine in the Jeans, but by the time I found it there and then got it downloaded and then got the file converted to a AVI file that I could play at my show, like, it was too late. And I went and told my singer. He's like, "No, you're cool, dude. Thank you." I mean, he seemed much more focused on hooking up with this chick that was at the bar with some giant chest-mounted flotation devices. He seemed much more focused on that than getting another song. So, which is fine. I think if I wasn't running a show, that's probably where my focus would have been as well. But and of course, my girlfriend, I guess she's my girlfriend today, wasn't there. She was kind of playing the role of a girlfriend that night. So yeah. Yeah, I told him I had that. So when I started working on music yesterday, that was the first thing I started on, because I told him, it'd be ready for you to sing. And even if I didn't add to the catalog, obviously I'd have it ready for him to sing. But yeah, I figured I should just get that one done first. And I guess last week, one of the ones that I added was Lovers and Friends by Lil Jon, Ludacris, and Usher. And again, that was added because I've had some regular singers that have been singing it, and I just wanted to get that. And I expect they're going to sing it again, so I want to just have it on my searchable song catalog, and also in my library where I can just, search it up without having to go digging through unorganized inboxes of new purchases and new downloads. Anyway, hate these giant strode intersections. Well, there's a whole bunch of pennies right there on the ground, and I don't have free hand to pick them up with. I'm not setting anything down to get it done. It's just pennies. I'm walking away from the pennies. Oh wow, I actually had the walk signal and didn't notice it. That's a brilliant moment. So yeah, added that. Anyway, so when I did the purchase, now granted, I could just buy a single song from SBI, but I figure every time I get on SBI, and every time I get on karaoke version, I always buy at least 5 songs because they have a bonus program where you get kind of a rewards program, a frequent purchase. Oh wow, there's another nice classic old Chevy. Neat. Second, that one's not a convertible. Not quite as cool as the last one, but that's still cool as hell. So anyway, yeah, karaokeversion.com has just got this great rewards program where I think it's every 20 points. I think it's every 20 points you get a free track. And the way they give away the points is kind of the more you buy, the more points you get. And consequently, I always buy, because of the way their point stuff is structured, I always buy in multiples of 5. So I never buy less than 5 tracks, ever. Unless I'm just getting one track with my free points, because that doesn't apply towards that. Unless I'm redeeming like one of my free tracks and getting that song by itself, yeah, I'm buying in multiples of 5. And the reason for that is the way they do it is if you buy 1 track, you get 1 point. 2 tracks, you get 2 points. 3 tracks, you get 3 points. 4 tracks, you get 4 points. For 5 tracks, you get 10 points. 6 tracks is 11 points. 7 tracks is 12 points, and so on and so forth. And then, of course, once you get up to 10, that 10th one bumps you up another 5 points. So yeah, you get way more free tracks if you're always buying in multiples of 5. SBI, no such reward program. Now, even without the reward program, the tracks are cheaper individually, but I don't know. I figure if I get on there, damn it, I want to at least get 2 other songs. If I'm going through the hassle of going through a PayPal checkout and whatnot, I want to at least get 3 different songs. Get the thing I'm looking for, and let's and I try to get to their new release list, which is awkward to find. I'm not even 100% sure I was on it. The new site is just really hard to navigate. But I'll walk this way. I want to see if that guy left all his fentanyl behind on the wall. Well, not his fentanyl, but like his burned foil. Anyway, so I'm going down the list and saw a new song from AJR, which was kind of a painful realization that I'm not following new music these days the way I normally do. And a lot of that's just, I don't know, there's a lot of reasons for that. But anyway, they had karaoke for what I'm assuming is a brand new song from AJR called World's Smallest Violin. Love the band AJR. Don't think I've ever heard of that song. I don't believe it's on their album from last year, so definitely need to look that one up. I mean, but I know it's something I don't have for karaoke. I love AJR, so that was just that was an immediate. Just put that in the track, or put that in the cart. I'm buying that without even knowing anything more than it's new AJR, or it's a song from AJR I don't have, and look that up later. Love AJR. And then the next. I'm going down the list, and something I absolutely didn't expect to see on a new release list from SBI was "Sweet as the Night" by Electric Light Orchestra. Electric Light Orchestra is hands down my favorite band, has been since I was like 2 years old. in Sweet Out of Blue. Love that album. Pretty much been my favorite ELO album for most of my life. And Sweet as the Night is one of the songs off it that I absolutely love. Wasn't a hit, wasn't a single. Wasn't a hit, wasn't a single. I just realized I already passed the wall that the guy was prepping his drugs on. But it's very memorable song for me. It's one I just absolutely love the song. So I got it. A little disappointed with the quality of the track. It's usually SBI tracks sound really, really good. This one, it's not awful, but it's on a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 5. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to stop me from singing it, and I highly doubt anybody other than me is ever even going to want to sing that song. But yeah, yeah, ELO, Sweet as the Night. Finally got that for karaoke, which I've been waiting. You know, always hoping I can score me some new ELO. Morning. Yeah, always hoping he can score me some more ELO. So I didn't add to AJR. I figured that's going to be one of those things I'm going to kind of want to get lost on and be a little more focused on music and a little less focused on everybody buying me birthday shots when I work on that. And I kind of want to, on my own time at home, kind of explore whatever new music there is from AJR. But so I ended up working on the ELO, and then after I got that one added, I went to I didn't have the day just went by so fast because I was just so busy socializing. But I did search. Basically, I got 5 different inboxes that I'm piling new karaoke up in that can be, you know, sorted through and put into my database. And at this point, I mean, there's literally thousands of songs in those inboxes. I will never, ever, ever finish that, because every day as I'm working on music, I put more in it than I finish and take out of it. And it's been that way for years. So, it just is what it is. That's how I'm doing my library. I'm not looking to do anything to make it go faster, to make more progress at it. If somebody asks for a song that's not in my catalog, I've got 5 places to look, and a lot of times I find it there. I already have it, I just haven't cataloged it yet. But as far as the way I catalog stuff, because I'm so meticulous in the way I catalog it, I'm by the time it makes it in the catalog, I'm knowledgeable of it. I've made the effort to learn about the song, and like as far as like who the artist is, when it came out, what album it's off of, chart position. Like, I learn the song. Whatever I don't know about the song, I gotta make a point to learn about the song, not just database it. And I make a point to also get the song and listen to the song. And then directly after listening to the song, listen to the karaoke track. So I know if it's a good track, if it's a not so good track, or if it's just not even a... I walked right by that corner where I wanted to see if that dude left his paraphernalia, and still, a second time, and still didn't freaking stop to look at that corner. I'm not going back. At this point, I already look oddly suspicious, so I won't keep on walking. Damn it, I really wanted to check and see if that guy left his burnt foil or any drugs or whatever on that corner. Not that I want him, it just, I don't know, just curiosity. Sick curiosity. Wow, look at this. We got just a little bit of sidewalk here. One person was kind enough to put sidewalk in front of their house. That missed a spot. Anyway, my first inbox is generally purchased tracks, and then some stuff that's come from file dumps, from private karaoke creators that have given me access to their file dumps, such as CC Karaoke and Funbox Karaoke. I think I got a couple other ones as well. And then stuff from paid sites such as SBI Karaoke and Karaoke Version, karaokedownloads.ca. And I probably still have some stuff in there from sites that don't even exist anymore. But I mean, that's directory's been going on for a long time. And I might even have some No, I was going to say I have some CDG rips, but I don't think I've ever ripped any CDGs on that machine. I don't think that one has any CDG rips. I think all my CDG rips are on Big Del, which has been dysfunctional for years. Anyway, is it like things ripped from CDG discs that I haven't put away yet? So the what you call it? The next. I think someone's trying to get their dog. The next directory over that I checked was a directory where I was trying to organize some new stuff. And it's mostly, I'm not really using that directory anymore. I'm just kind of cleaning up from it. And it's kind of hard to explain what that is because I've tried to utilize it a couple of times, but right now it's an unorganized mess. But whenever I'm working on a particular artist, or trying to find a karaoke track for a song that's not in my organized library, it's always the second place I look. And that is where I found another pretty decent quality ELO track from a YouTube channel I don't even think exists anymore. I forget the name of the channel, but anyway, it was for I'm Alive off the Xanadu soundtrack. Very impressive track. The sound is, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give the sound a solid 9.5. The graphics look good. Graphics get probably about an 8. However, the synchronization on a scale of 1 to 10, I only give that synchronization maybe about a 4. It's not horribly out of sync, but yeah, a lot of the lyrics start highlighting like a word, sometimes even a word and a half before you would actually sing them. I mean, I figure anybody who's singing I'm Alive by Electric Light Orchestra knows the song enough that shouldn't trip them up. It certainly didn't trip me up. I mean, I'm just looking at the words on the screen. I'm kind of seeing them highlighting, going, that's a lot I sing. Meanwhile, I'm just singing right along, I'm alive and the world shines for me today. And yeah, not my favorite ELO song, but I enjoy it. And I was really surprised when I'm going through, of all the, yikes, I got a dog. That dog not on a leash. Yikes. Anyway, of all the large pit bull not on a leash is that stresses me more a little bit. Okay, calm down. So yeah, of all my different MP3 directories of just music, Electric Orchestra is by far one of the most fleshed out ones. And I was kind of surprised to see that I don't have the Xanadu soundtrack in MP3 on my computer. And while I do have some of the songs, the ELO songs from the Xanadu soundtrack, I didn't have I'm Alive. So had to do some. I actually didn't have to do any searching at all to find it. I just went on YouTube, and it was actually on the official ELO channel, just as a streaming track, which most major label stuff is at this point. So, but yeah, I made an MP3 of that, have that in the library. And wow, I was going to talk about what happened with Priscilla. I'm just rambling on and on about like what I did at the bar and working on music, which wasn't even my main focus at the bar. I was mostly socializing and enjoying my birthday. But I guess the moral of that story is that Priscilla was not a part of it. She made it very clear in her conversation that she was not going to drive that far. Didn't think her vehicle was up to it. And she's probably right. Yeah, looks like somebody living out of the car over there. Yikes. Which, is fine. Like, that's where I'm at, and it is what it is. I asked her what she was doing. She said running errands. She didn't really elaborate on what those errands were. And and packing, which to me, her packing is a very important thing. And I for the most part, trust that she's not going to steal anything from me. Although there has been the incident with the cats. But as far as like actual possessions that are unquestionably mine, I don't see her really stealing anything like that from me. She's, for all the things that she is, she's not a thief. So, yeah. Really disappointed in how little I saw her get packed when I looked over the apartment this morning before I headed out. But she did do one errand that I fully did not expect from her. She brought my cats home. Now, I'm kind of nervous that means in her mind that she thinks I've let her move back in. I have not given her a key to the new deadbolts. So she can lock the door locks, but she can only lock the deadbolts from within. And if I lock the deadbolts when she's not there, she's locked out until she finds me and I let her back in. It's kind of a weird dynamic. I mean, there's always a possibility she might have always a possibility she might have had a key made for it, by a locksmith. But I kind of doubt it. I don't know. I mean, she could do it. She might do it. I don't think she has, though. I'm reasonably sure I don't know. I really don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm thinking maybe I don't want to think about it. But anyhow, I said I was going to get food. I got a Butterfinger bar. That's a quality breakfast. I'm mostly doing a whole lot of walking and talking to myself, like damn near 2 hours worth. Oh, and getting chased by crazy homeless people that seem to have a problem with being filmed in a public space. Maybe y'all should get out of the public space. Wow, what is this? Oh, it's probably just somebody collecting cans. That's cool. Actually doing a pretty valuable service there, if you ask me. Anyway, this didn't really give me a concrete thing as to what her plans were, so I just kind of proceeded to have my birthday without her. Susie offered to drive me to Oz Bar, and I mean that's kind of been my regular spot for singing on Fridays for quite a while. So usually I roll alone. Occasionally I run into some people there that I know, Susie drove me there and we hung out, and granted she doesn't sing, but she seems to really enjoy listening to me sing, and of course one thing kind of funny about Oz Bar is because it is such an eclectic gay bar, I feel comfortable singing anything. I don't even worry how it's going to go over with the crowd there. I don't even give any second thought. I just sing what I feel like singing, and if they vibe on it, cool. And if they don't, then they don't. And I've gotten some amazingly positive responses from some of those absolutely random songs that probably would have never gotten me a positive response at any other bar. And I sang. I know Susie's a big fan. Susie's a big fan of John Denver. Says she saw him live twice. Insanely jealous of that. I never did get to see John Denver. But yeah, she saw him. So I sang Calypso. Probably my favorite John Denver song of all time. Hard one to sing. I probably didn't do the greatest job on it, but I was feeling it. I enjoyed it, and she seemed to really like it. I also did The Noose by A Perfect Circle, which I was really excited when I got karaoke for that. This is such a good quality track, and I had told Susie about that when I got it, and she said she was going to give the song a listen on Spotify, and she was like, "That's a really good song. That's really deep and dark, but good." And so yeah, I did that, and I did I forget what the other song was. I forget what the third song was I sang. Anyway. It's just going to explain the rest of what happened, but you know what? I'm home, and my hand actually hurts from carrying the stupid thing, so I'm going to wrap it up. Anyway, I guess I'll get to the conclusion. Right to the point. Didn't really know where Priscilla was, and I was kind of surprised when ended up going to Wander Inn. I think I mentioned that. But I was really surprised that when I finally did get home that Priscilla was here waiting for me and that the cats were home. So that brings me to right now. Thanks for coming with on the walk.